and best.
Yeah, get your tickets ready for inspection because it's time to board the Sunday Fun Bus. Destination entertainment.
With us today, swapping Friday night feast for a Sunday morning sit down with us. Absolutely mad, Jimmy Doherty.
Yes. He's a comedian, choir boy, and aspiring goalkeeper. It's Lloyd Griffith.
And if that wasn't enough, dropping in for a virtual chat, we've got Game of Thrones star Iwan.
Hello. Now, guys, as usual, we like to start off this show with a little bit of a music-based question. I say a little bit, it's quite a tough one this time around. What was the #1 song on this very day, end of August, back in 1995? Lloyd, where were you? 1995, what were you doing?
What was I doing? I think I was working as a pot wash boy in a restaurant called The Sidewalk in Grimsby.
Right. So
Yeah.
what would have been on the stereos you were scrubbing away?
I was going to say Spice Girls, but I'm not sure if I'm a bit out of kilter there.
It might be potentially a little bit early.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's a little bit early. But it's a valid guess.
Oh, I think that's
Stick to it if that's what you think.
No, I'm going to go Take That.
Oh,
My dad goes Take That every week.
Really?
Yeah, because it covers so many decades.
Well, that's literally what I thought. That's what I thought.
The one
then.
week he didn't pick it was Take That. What about yourself, Jimmy?
Myself, if it's August, for university, I'd be summer job, somewhere like that. So I reckon then, I don't know, so let's see. It's either something by Oasis.
that's a really good shout. Really good.
Or it could be, because I thought Spice Girls. Oasis or Blur or someone like that. I reckon Oasis.
I still can't go with the fact that you said university. I'm like, oh, you look so young.
Yeah, no,
It's
but I
unbelievable.
did a PhD, so I went on for another couple of years. So
Oh, okay. Well, go off that.
I've got the found it with you. It's not like...
You've tossed it up between Oasis and Blur. You're going Oasis.
Oasis.
Oasis. Well, the answer is... Oh! You should have gone Blur! Oh, you should have gone Blur. Yeah.
What a song as well.
Blur's Country House beat Britpop rivals Oasis. Their track was... Do you know what song it was?
No.
Roll With It.
Roll With It.
They beat Roll With It to the #1 spot. The video for Country House as well actually was directed by Damien Hirst and was filmed in an Austrian palace. And recently a candlestick from the video sold on eBay for £92.
Wow.
It's estimated to be worth 500 quid.
So we don't win anything now?
No, you don't win anything, but it does lead me nicely into a question. Based on this wonderful candlestick that had been bought, have you ever bought something that you've instantly regretted?
Yes.
Go on. God, you said that so quick. Yes, next
question. Goats.
Goats?
Yeah, goats. Because I've got lots of animals, obviously running a farm, but goats in particular, I love them now, but they have no respect for authority whatsoever. So they get out all the time, they eat everything, they lead the sheep astray. So when I first got my group of goats, within a month, I was like, I totally regret it.
Really? Oh, no.
Am I a goat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the way you described it, I think I'm a goat. Just
It must be. You
eat
must be.
everything. Do you know what I mean, get up at whatever time I
It's
want
the
and I
eyes.
lead sheep astray.
I'll have to check your udder later. See.
Lloyd, what about you? What have you bought that you've immediately regretted?
It was just before university because I've always been like a bit of a shapely man, and so I bought one of those ab rollers to try and get into shape for university. So I think I bought it from maybe Argos when I was like 16 years old. Then had it in my bedroom, and that obviously never got used apart from putting clothes on it. And I went to university the same shape as I am now. So just gathered dust. I think it's still in my mum's attic actually.
I've still got one.
Have you?
I've still got one, yeah.
They're old school. aren't they?
Yeah,
An ab roller, very good.
Now it's been a busy few years for Grimsby's favourite comedian / choir boy. He's been supporting Jack Whitehall and Rob Beckett on tour, popping up all over the place in different TV shows and even appearing on Songs of Praise. But now it's time for him to get back on the road and tell us why he's not just a pretty face. Lloyd, absolutely lovely to be here.
Thanks for having me.
Great, good to see you. So you're going back out on the road?
Yeah, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. A few days' time, September the 1st. It's been so long, obviously 18 months of not doing the job that I've loved doing for 10 years, and more mentally more than anything, just not being able to do what I've kind of like loved, and that's been my outlet really. So going back on tour for 2 months, I cannot wait. The Volvo is going to get an absolute. Well, I mean, I feel sorry for it already. Footwell's just going to be full of all sorts of fast food in about 3 days' time.
You had a great way, though, of announcing the tour on social media recently. You've got to explain us.
Well, I love food, and I just wanted to get people's attention. So I just said, "Hi guys, I'm going on tour," and then I used that photo. And you're right, that is a triple Xbox. Not a personal pan, as my mum said. Yeah. I got a little bit tipsy in Birmingham quite a few years back, and I just took that photo, and I forgot I took it, to be fair, and then I was going through my photo roll, and I was like, oh, that might be. So then I put it on Instagram, and quite a few people ignored the fact that I was naked and said, not even joking, Caspian Pizza in Birmingham, absolutely banging. So, I mean, I didn't even realise they've got some free promo out of it, to be fair.
That's
the website's even on there upside down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I just thought, get people's attention, instead of like a normal tour poster, which people go, oh yeah, he's going on tour, but I thought, here we go, me with my one true love.
But obviously the tour's not about pizza. What is it about?
No, well, it's about me trying to combine my two loves, which are football and also singing. So the show's about me trying to sing the national anthem before an England game, because that is essentially... I wanted to be a footballer, but that didn't happen for obvious reasons, I mean, that we can all see with our eyes. But then I became a singer, professional singer, classically trained singer, and now I want to try and combine the two. Because it's something that you always see the singers being carted out before the England games. So that's what this show is about. So and it's funny. There's jokes in it, a little bit of singing, but not too much. Yeah. It's just showing off, really. So but it is funny. I've done about 10, 12 dates already before, we had to stop. So I just cannot wait to get out there.
Yeah. Does the singing help with the comedy in some weird way? Do you put the two together?
Yeah, because the way I sing, it's funny. Like, you don't expect it. Like, it's very much a Subo moment, because, I look like a bloke that can drink a pint down the pub, do you know what I mean? Which I am, and then all of a sudden I'll just belt out a no, and people are like, oh, yeah. And I mean, to be fair, that was just two notes. That doesn't,
But what a beautiful sound to come out.
Yeah. People just like, what's going on here? Like, so, people used to laugh at me singing when I was doing it normally. So I thought, well, why not try and make a little bit of money out of it?
So when you're at the football, what are your chants like? Are they really musical? Are they not?
I have to mime. And there's actually, thanks for asking, there's a bit in the show about that, LloydGriffith.com. I can't sing properly when I go, because England fans, we all kind of go, oh, hey, oh, hey. It's very throaty, and we don't use our diaphragm, there's no support. So what I want to do as well is teach England fans how to sing properly, so we sound amazing. Because you look at like Germany or France or Italy, I mean, they look possessed. Yeah, they sound amazing. Yeah. We're untrained as a nation. So I want to teach England fans how to sing properly, but when we go to football, I have to mime, because it's on 3 o'clock on a Saturday, football usually, and choirs at like 11 on a Sunday morning, so I just can't risk ruining my voice. So I mime, and all my mates are like, you're miming again. I'm like, Mr. Brevis in the morning, don't want to ruin the old larynx. So, I sound and look weird.
I like that. Hey, man, something that, I mean, you said that looks weird. I think a stranger hobby of yours that I've heard about is this cathedral thing. You've got an apparent obsession with English cathedrals.
I love cathedrals, yeah. Cathedrals around the world, but I'm specifically English ones, because they just look beautiful, don't they? Do you know what I mean? They're just like these buildings that were built like hundreds and hundreds of years ago with no electricity, no scaffolding, and they just built these incredible... Oh, yeah.
So this is your wall?
Yeah, ladies. That is my cathedral. I call it my cathedral wall, yeah. So it's my wall. It was a lovely Sunday morning, actually, where the sun was just coming through. And that's just all different cathedrals. Either I've sang at or they've got some sort of, like, personal meaning.
See, that just looks like a vicar's house, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, that's what anyone's got any problems, just come round and speak to me. We'll have a pot of tea and I'll, try and cleanse you of your sins. But
I do quite... Do you know, what's odd is that, like, there's a lot of people that have so much love for those types of buildings. Like, because we were discussing it recently. You know, Nicolas Cage has an obsession with castles.
Really?
Does he?
He has a castle wall.
Does he?
Yes, he does indeed.
Maybe him and I should pitch some sort of TV show.
Yeah.
He's watching.
Castles and cathedrals.
Yeah,
exactly.
With Griffin Cage.
With Griffin Cage. Now, look, I want to try something, though, because obviously this love of cathedrals gives us a very good idea for a little game. So, Lloyd, if I show you 3 pictures of different cathedrals, do you think you can name them?
I'd say yes, but if not, can we edit it? Is that OK?
No. First one, let's take a look.
Oh, that is So this is the thing. So you. So there's two cathedrals that look very similar.
Yeah.
Norwich and Salisbury. Okay, so that is either one of them, and I'm gonna go with Salisbury Cathedral.
I reckon you're right. You know why? Because I always know Salisbury Cathedral, the spire, is 123 metres high.
Why are you saying it like
Russian
that?
spies told me.
Oh, yeah.
It's the tallest, if it is Salisbury, it's the tallest spire of any cathedral in the country.
Well, it is actually Salisbury Cathedral. Well done. Right, 1 for 1. Let's have a look.
That is Ely Cathedral.
It is Ely Cathedral. Well done. How'd you know that?
Well, it's just because it's so unique. I mean, that's neat,
Chunky.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Big, chunky.
So you've got. You're talking about me or the cathedral?
Both.
It's got an octagonal lantern in the middle, which is beautiful. They did try and build a tower, but it fell through, and I think sadly killed a few monks back in the 1300s. But yeah, they've got that lantern in the middle. It's absolutely beautiful. When the sun comes through, it's a joy to behold. And also, it comes out of nowhere. Wow. Because it's so flat, and then all of a sudden you've got Ely.
Wasn't that on a little island? Was it because it's the Isle of Eels, isn't it, Ely?
Good question.
Where did this come from? Like, was this always since you were a kid? Like when you used to have trips?
Yeah. So I used to sing in a church in Grimsby, St James Church, and then we used to be we had a choir boy football team, and we used to play other choir boy football teams, but they were all cathedrals. So we used to go to these big cathedrals like Durham, Liverpool, Lincoln, York, and so the obsession started as like a 7 or 8 year old kid. I loved cathedrals and I loved football, so it was amazing for me. But again, I think as a small child going to these things, they're unreal. They're otherworldly to me, but yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. And people should visit them.
Yeah.
I think a lot more. People should visit them a lot more.
I'm going to show you one more.
This is for 3 out of 3,
One more. This is for 3 out of 3.
Oh, I mean, that is unmistakably Lincoln Cathedral.
It is Lincoln Cathedral. Well done. 3 for 3.
Can I tell you a fact about that?
Yeah,
quickly?
I thought you would.
That was once the tallest building in the world. Okay?
Really?
And do you know what it overtook?
What?
The pyramids.
No.
Lincoln Cathedral overtook the pyramids as the tallest building.
So if you were a mastermind, this would be your thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And if they are watching, I'm keen. Come on.
Hey, and look, and if cathedrals weren't rock and roll enough, you also have another passion, fire trucks.
Yeah, again, so this is, again, they're all weird things. This is like...
Yeah, I'm hoping this is all in the set.
So I absolutely love fire trucks, fire engines, fire appliances. When I was a kid, we had a chimney fire, and I remember the fire engine turning up, the fireman looking after my mum and me, and then since then I've just been obsessed with fire engines, and I like collect them. You're not going to bring up any pictures of that because it'll look weird, but like even my wallet, if I can get it out of my tight jeans, it's made out of recycled fire hose.
Well, I mean, there was one photo that made it obvious that you liked fire trucks.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Someone's done an Instagram stalk there. I buy helmets on eBay. Like when you said earlier, have you got things you regret buying? I nearly bought a fire engine on eBay once.
What?
No.
Yeah, I got outbid by 500 quid, thank the Lord. So, I mean, I can't even park my Volvo in London, let alone a fire engine.
I bought a green goddess.
Wow.
What is that?
It's a fire engine.
But it's a...
You bought a fire... What's the deal?
one?
Everyone's got one, right?
They're the... do you mind if I...
No, you go.
So they're the services, so like the Army and Navy and RAF. It's their equivalent of the fire engine, and they're amazing.
They are, but if you want a bit of hose, I've got a bit of hose you can have.
Oh, knock a few wallets up out of that.
I couldn't believe it.
What a show this is.
Jimmy Doherty offering Lloyd Griffith hose on here. Lloyd, thank you so much for being on the show today. And don't forget, tickets for Not Just a Pretty Face are available now. Time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere because it's Jimmy Doherty's turn under the spotlight next.
And you and Rheon will be virtually dropping by to talk about his latest movie, The Toll. See you in a few minutes.
Weekend Best, Lloyd Griffith and Jimmy Doherty here with us today.
Yeah, Jimmy, we're going to be putting you under spotlight in just a moment. But first, we want to mention some other superstars, some four-legged friends that are looking for a loving home in Pause for Thought.
Yeah. Now, as you may know, rescue animals are very important to my dad and I, so each week we try our best to help some animals in desperate need of a loving home. Now, Jimmy, I know you're a dog person.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's take a look at your pooch.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Oh.
See, that is Whiskey. She's an Irish Terrier, and she's a lovely companion. She's a fantastic dog, and I love her to bits. Had her for about 7 years now. But the problem I've got is when I let her out at night, she's quite naughty, so she goes out, you know, on the hunt for different stuff and bits and bobs, and I have to call her in. So I hang out the window shouting Whiskey.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it's like, what's wrong with him? I'm like, Whiskey! Yeah, Whiskey!
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Whiskey?
I was going to say, you're like an old father Ted.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very good. Hey, look, let's visit today's sanctuaries to meet some of those poor-based pals looking for homes. And first up, we've got two lovely little cats. This is Macy and Bonnie from Worcester Animal Rescue Centre. Now, Macy and Bonnie, inseparable stepsisters, aged 6 and 3. Like all sisters, got their own personalities. You got Macy, way affectionate, grabs onto anyone like a climbing frame. Bonnie, little bit silent in comparison, and just both of them looking for that loving home.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. I've got a lovely one. This is Buscemi, SN Dogs in Swindon. So, absolutely beautiful. She's 2 years old, mixed breed.
Best thing about Buscemi, she's actually got the best smile you will see on a dog that we've had on this. God, let's see. Give us a smile. Look at that.
That underbite.
Look at that.
It just draws my heart, that does.
No dogs, Lloyd. No dogs, no cats.
No, and my girlfriend is absolutely desperate to get a dog, so this segment isn't doing me any favours.
Yeah, great.
And then when I get home,
Great.
there's going to be 20 questions.
Buscemi is their weight.
And I am doing Swindon on my tour, so maybe we'll have a little...
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope we can help find those guys some wicked little homes.
Yeah, for more information on any of the animals featured, please contact the rescue centres directly.
Yeah. Now, Lloyd, Jimmy, how do you feel about getting your hands on some exclusive Kemp merchandise?
Oh, yes.
It's the only reason I'm here, really.
The reason why we're all here. Get your commemorative hats on. We're going to play a little game now, and there's a lot at stake, because if you guys can beat the Kemps, you'll take home one of these.
Hey!
Yes, indeed. Team name, any thoughts?
Yeah,
What do you think?
well, we could combine our names.
Yeah? I quite like the Choir Boys, though.
The Choir Boys, yeah.
Choir Boys!
Yeah, the Choir Boys.
Choir Boys.
Yeah.
is
I
like
good.
that.
Perfect. There we go, sorted. The Choir
I like
Boys.
that. OK, we're going to
Wow.
go with the Choir Boys. We're going to play a little game called... Clue Are You? This is one of our favourite games. If you've never seen it, strap yourselves in, OK? This is how it works. The Cloud is going to show us some picture-based clues which relate to a celebrity's name. All we have to do is work out who that celebrity is. Guys, if you think you know what the answer is, you buzz in first, then I'll come to you for your answer. The team with the most correct answers at the end of the game will win. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Perfect.
OK, so I'll give you an example just quickly.
Oh, I know that. Bear.
Yep.
And the grill.
Yep.
Bear Grylls.
Very good. Let's take a look.
Have I won a mug?
No, you have not won a mug. You have not won a mug.
Oh, forget it.
That was it.
What's quite worrying though, I went Bear Grill Grill and was
Yeah.
like, is it double-barrelled?
Yeah.
It's plural, isn't it? Yeah, so-
Right, let's put some time on the clock. Buzzer's ready. Here we go. Lloyd.
Fern Cotton.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Fern Cotton, well
Yes,
done.
I mean,
What's that? Padgate.
Lloyd.
is it Bill Gates?
Let's take a look.
Oh, you're good at this.
I found me strength.
Jack Corridor.
Jack Whitehall.
Oh, man! How have I not got that?
Come on,
We
man.
worked. You
Shut
worked
up.
with him.
Come on.
Amazing.
Go.
Greg Wallace.
Oh, my God.
Are your buzzers working?
Yeah.
Robert Webb.
Let's take a look. Are these...
So I see. I Robot Spider.
Yeah, same.
Robert Spider. I love him.
Go on.
Heather Mills.
Let's take a look.
You two are rubbish.
You
This
ain't
is your
said
show.
nothing.
I'm trying.
Jamie Oliver.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
No.
This is
Yes!
This is
Oh!
Yes!
Easy. Easy.
This is the best thing I've ever done. This is the best thing I've ever done. I'm going to get hosed.
That was a whitewash.
Oh, my days.
Oh, time is up. Well done, everyone. Obviously, the winning team there was the Choir Boys. Well done. You seem very happy about the mugs.
I'm over the mood. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, look, if you can beat us again, we'll go one better. You'll get to take home one of these. Teapots!
Oh, man.
Jimmy, well done on winning the mug. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that will go pride and place on the mantelpiece. But look, you are back with a new series of Food Unwrapped.
Yes.
Now, I mean, what else have you got to unwrap?
I know. It's like season 20, I think.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
It's been going for
Congratulations.
years and years and years. It's a fun show to do, but you tend to go to factories, or we haven't recently, but you go all over the world, different factories, and people say, "Oh, you've just been to Brazil. What it's like?" I'm like, "No idea. I've just went straight into a factory and then back to the airport." But you unearth some amazing science, you know, and meet some incredible people.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the show is something that we've known and loved for a long time, but we're already getting excited about the new series. Let's take a look.
Baby leave every day.
There we go.
You were sweating there, weren't you?
Yeah, that's hard work, that was.
But it's so delicate, that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing there is that we were looking at a story on bagged lettuce, and you just think lettuce is lettuce, but that was something called lamb's lettuce.
Yeah.
And it's a totally different plant to lettuce. And we were looking at what is better for you, and that little plant is packed with 3 times more vitamin C, more vitamin B, all that kind of stuff. But what's amazing, when you pick up a bag of salad, you think, oh, it's £1.50.
Yeah.
You don't realise the work that goes into it and the machinery involved. There was like 15 guys there, you know, all picking and packing and stuff like that.
Now, most people are always a bit funny about seeing, you know, who's touched their food, where
Yeah.
it's come from, all those types of things. So, I mean, what do you think has made this show so successful? As you said, 20 series.
I think it's getting behind the door and seeing what's involved and stuff like the everyday food as well. We do go to extraordinary places like little caves where camembert's made and see artisan producers. But at the same time, we go to, you know, the fish finger factory, and you'll see fish fingers being made and see how quickly it's manufactured. Or you'll see Yorkshire puddings, 10,000 Yorkshire puddings at once. Or I went to an ice lolly factory to look at the rocket lollies and how they get all that, and it's like proper Willy Wonkas. And you go there, or Ben & Jerry's factory, and that was just like, wow. And they had an ice cream spill on the day, and they're all panicking. But it was like incredible. So yeah, I think the appeal is seeing the magic behind some of these big brands and what really goes on. Because I think large-scale food production often gets a bad name. Well, in fact, actually, they're giving us the food that we want at the price that we can afford.
Yeah, yeah.
We've learnt so much on this show over the past couple of years, none of which I can remember.
Yeah.
But nothing. Honestly, it's great. Nothing. Don't even know who we had on last week.
Let the goldfish presenters.
Look, you must have been to countless amounts of food factories around.
Probably,
Well.
I go to about, I'd say, 60 or 70 a year, easily.
So if I were to play a little bit of a game with you in the same way that I played a cathedral game with Lloyd...
Easy. Perfect. Love it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
By factory?
I memorise every
wow.
single factory I go to, because they're all completely different.
Do you keep all the hairnets when you go home?
I do, actually, and the snoods.
Really? Yeah. And then just make a massive hairnet? Or, like,
Yeah, and I go
net?
fishing with it.
Wow.
Well, Jimmy, which one is this?
No idea. Is that, I don't know, Weetabix?
Could be. Could be. Who knows? There's loads of them. That's the point. Time for a quick break. But when we come back, it'll be time to talk farm life with Jimmy.
Plus, we'll be getting our guests to add some more tracks to their Memories mixtape. See you in a few minutes. Roman's Weekend Best.
Lloyd, Griffith and Jimmy Doherty are here, and shortly Rheon's going to be dropping in from the clouds to talk to us about his latest film.
Yeah, now, Jimmy, before the break we were talking about Food Unwrapped, but let's talk about your farm, right? Because it's kind of developed into a bit of a zoo, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we've been there 20 years now, and when we started it was all about rare breed pigs and cattle. But my love of conservation goes back to when I was a kid, so we've developed it into a wildlife park now. So we have a zoo licence, so we have all sorts of animals.
Wow, what was it like running that then during lockdown? Was that difficult?
It's a bit weird, actually, because there were no visitors, no public, there were no school trips. And some of the animals just got a bit fed up with it because they're used to sort of seeing people. And some of the animals, like the donkeys, got depressed, which is it's quite hard to tell if a donkey's depressed because they've got one of those long faces anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was really weird because
What did you have to do with the donkeys then?
just cheer them up.
Really?
Have a chat. I put the radio on for the anteater, stuff like that.
Wow,
Very
yeah.
normal stuff.
Didn't even think about that.
Very good.
I mean, you have so many animals on that farm. Well, do you have your favourites?
It's hard to choose a favourite because you have a particular favourite depending on what you're doing at the time. I really like the camels. I like the crocs. But I think the meerkats have got an interesting personality. They're always doing stuff. They're always up to stuff. And during lockdown, one meerkat who we called Steve McQueen because he could get out all the time. And none of the meerkats could get out the enclosure, but he got out all the time. Not to run away, he was bored, no public, so he'd go off and he'd go and see the skunks, he'd go down and see the anteater, go and see the tapirs, enjoy himself, and we'd be like, "Oi, and he'd get back in again, and we couldn't work out how he was getting out, and you know, so I quite liked his cheek, but we ended up sort of making sure he couldn't get out in the end.
Are they dangerous, though, the meerkats?
No, not really. If you're a scorpion, they are, or a snake, they like gobbling them up, But no, not really. I mean, they live in a little mob.
They give you a nip, though.
They will give you a nip, yeah. If you were sort of trying to, you know, have a little tickle and they weren't happy.
You mentioned tapirs.
Yes.
I did not know what a tapir was.
Right.
This picture, these are the first. Where was it?
So that youngster, this is a Brazilian lowland tapir, and that youngster, Tobias, is the firstborn in Suffolk. So we've got a breeding pair. And they're wonderful animals. There's 3 species in South America and there's 1 in Malaysia. And they're endangered because of habitat loss. And they are semi-aquatic mammals. And they're really important at spreading seeds in the forest because often they'd eat the fruits and they go in the water to do their business and then the seeds get carried downstream.
Right.
Oh,
so they're
wow.
really important for forest regeneration, but they're ever so pretty. They've got these long sort of trunky type noses.
Look at the teeth.
Lovely teeth.
Yeah.
So they in the Suffolk Broads, just swimming down?
Yeah, they go on holiday a few times at the
Yeah,
Broads.
fair enough, yeah.
Why is the younger one here? Why is that
Stripes.
the coat is so different?
The camouflage. You know, they have grey stripes when they're younger, unlike us.
Yeah.
But we get ours when we get older. But that is all about camouflage in the undergrowth, sort of, you know, the disruptive patterning.
Wow.
You know, but as they get older, they develop that large sort of broad coloured coat.
Wow. I mean, look. I mean, you started out not too long ago. I mean, with how many was it? 4 pigs in a field.
I started off with 4 pigs, and that went up to about 400 pigs. And then we've got cattle, and then we do about 10,000 free-range turkeys. And then we have about 80 different species on the farm.
That's mental.
So there's plenty going on.
Lloyd, could you ever have a farm?
Not in a 2-bed flat in Battersea, no.
No.
No, it'll be ant farm maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment it is limited, mate. Yeah. When I move back to Grimsby and I get my farm in Grimsby, then I might start branching out.
And the new series of Food Unwrapped is on Mondays, 8 p.m. on Channel 4. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Pleasure.
Right, we've reached the point in the show where we delve into our guest musical memories and add some tracks to our memories mixtape.
Yeah, we're going to give you both some topics, and all you've got to do is find the song that reminds you of those wonderful memories.
Right.
Okay. So let's have the first topic, please. Okay, so we've got Teenage Crush. Lloyd, I'm going to start with you. What song reminds you of your teenage crush?
So Lauryn Hill, Doo Wop, in brackets, That Thing.
This
Close
one,
bracket.
let's have a listen. Absolute banger. Why this tune?
Because it reminds me of my teenage crush, who I'm not going to mention her name for legal reasons, but she has moved country actually. We were both like obsessed with Lauryn Hill growing up, and that was one of the songs. Whenever I listen to it, I'm like, oh, it reminds me of. So yeah, but yeah, it's an absolute tune. That whole album,
Yeah,
is incredible.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love it.
Love that. And Jimmy, what about you?
Right, well, I'm sorry about this, Roman.
Oh. No more.
Sorry.
We don't need more gold on this show. Why?
Well,
Why
this
that
just
song?
reminds me of growing up and going to those discos and being turned down by every girl, you go up to. Fancy a dance? No. And it was that era, and wearing ridiculous clothes, having your heart broken all the time. but you could always come back because you're gold.
When I went to university, I had Spandau Ballet Gold poster on my wall.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, legend.
Gosh, can I just go?
yeah.
Let's go.
It's an inspirational song.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
amazing.
It says
it's iconic.
You cannot say that.
why can't
I
I?
played a song that was inspirational.
It is.
No, it is a very good song. But let's see what the next topic is. Holiday. OK. Lloyd, I'm going to come to you. Holiday.
So I went to New York with my mum and my sister on a lads' holiday, and we went to this amazing bar, and the Meters' "Loving You Is on My Mind" was playing, and we all just fell in love with this song. Went to the jukebox and we discovered that it was this, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. It's an absolute cracking tune.
Take a listen.
Good kid.
Yeah. Great
Know
job.
it? It's a lovely song.
That's a tune, that.
Funny story, we're in this very American bar. My sister went to this, I cannot stipulate how American this bar was, OK? And she went up to the bar, and the guy was like, "Hey, what can I get you?" And she was like, "Do you have Budweiser?" Asking an American bartender. And he was like, "Sorry, how is Budweiser?" I think all the taps were Bud. That's the king of beers. Going into a Wetherspoons, going, "Hey, have you got curling?" It's like, "Oh, I think we might do somewhere around the back." You know, unbelievable.
Jimmy, what about you?
So mine is a classic, and it reminds me of the first sort of holidays that I had with my parents, and it's Club Tropicana, right, by Wham. Because it's the opening of it with you hear the crickets, that
Yeah.
the excitement of going out with you're out with your parents, you're in a different country.
Yeah, and I bet the excitement of that opening of the music video and the sexy lady that's my mum, Jimmy.
Oh, is that,
That's my mum.
absolutely.
How dare you? That's my mum. Bring it to my bikini. Let's just listen to the song.
All the songs are coming out of my house today.
Oh, play this every day. I'll wake up to. I'll wake up to this.
You would have fancied her.
Shut up. Shut up.
You were the same age.
Right.
I was just saying.
What have we got? What have we got next? Family. Well, we've already talked about my family enough, so...
Well, yeah, this is one of my mum's favourite songs. So it's called "Bottle" by Gil Scott-Heron.
Oh,
it's an
great tune.
absolute blinder. And we went to see him at Summer's house a year before he passed away. So it kind of means, quite a lot. It was one of the best gigs I've ever been to. And it's basically just an absolute tune, lads.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, let's take a listen. He's such a legend, Gil.
Oh, my...
Yeah.
Dad played for Celtic.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
His dad played for Celtic.
You learn something new all the time.
Yeah, and you forget it the next week.
That's your catchphrase.
Very good. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Jimmy, what song reminds you?
So for me, I've got 4 daughters, and I was trying to think of a song that really reminds me of them, and they love Ed Sheeran. And Castle on the Hill is about the castle in Framlingham, which is up the road from us, and they love Ed Sheeran. So it just made sense. They
Ed
love dancing
Sheeran,
around.
Jimmy. Honestly, you go with my dad, you go with my mum, and then you're getting the man who branded my leg forever. Let's take a listen. He's trying to give me PTSD.
I've got a feeling you're going to remember this show.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You are gonna remember
yeah,
it,
my
though.
therapist is going to remember it as well. Time to take a break, but stay right where you are, because in a few minutes, star of Game of Thrones, Ewan Rheon is going to be virtually dropping in.
And Team Kemp are going to be taking on the Choir Boys in another challenge to get their hands on some top quality Kemp merch. See you shortly.
Welcome back, Lloyd, Griffith and Jimmy Doherty, or their team name, the Choir Boys, are with us today.
Yeah, and now it's time to introduce our last guest of the morning. We all know him from TV series like Misfits, Vicious, and of course the cold-hearted villain Ramsay Bolton in Game of Thrones. But now Ewan Rheon has turned his sights onto the big screen, starring in West Wallian Western, The Toll. Ewan, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Ewan, I've got to ask, man, just hearing my dad say that, what actually is a West Wallian Western?
I don't really know, to be honest. I think a lot of these sort of the influences of the film are kind of Western, kind of Coen Brothers kind of vibe.
Right.
So I guess it's sort of using that genre, but then telling a different story in West Wales.
In West Wales. OK, we've got a little bit of a sneak peek at the trailer. Let's take a look.
We usually encourage tourists to stick to sightseeing.
Anything unusual today? Do you have anything to chop him up with?
Nothing out of the obvious.
What can anyone tell me about our friend in the toll booth? No one will tell the truth when it comes to you. I want to know why.
I done a terrible thing a long time ago. Somebody's going to have to pay for it.
Your character, Dom, how does he get involved in all the antics in this movie?
Dom's kind of like, he's Michael Smiley's character's sort of little dog spot. He's basically a little errand boy who gets to do all the dirty work, go around collecting debts and stuff. Yeah, he's just a bit of a little scoundrel, really.
A little bit of a scoundrel in this one. I mean, I've got to say, in the trailer as well, obviously, the weather did look amazing, but it says also here that it was shot in Wales, so something isn't adding up.
The weather wasn't great, man. We shot it in November. So, you know, if anyone knows that part of the world, it's pretty windy. So we were pretty cold. It was a pretty difficult shoot in that sense, yeah.
But listen, let's talk about Game of Thrones. Do people still see you as Ramsay Bolton? Because what a brilliant job you made of that character. But he was a bit of a nightmare, wasn't he?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the nicest guy. But yeah, I think, I think that the only silver lining of this pandemic is I get to wear a mask all the time now. So I've sort of got my anonymity back. I get to go around freely. But yeah, people still do. I think people know that I'm an actor, though, hopefully.
I know. You know what I reckon? From now on, right, when you know, if you're walking down the street, if anyone sees anyone with a mask on, they'll be saying, yeah, he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity.
That'll be it.
I'm keeping mine. I love it.
Yeah, keeping it on. Hey, look, I mean, you've also got a little side gig as a singer-songwriter. I mean, how long have you been doing that for?
Oh, I mean, I've been playing music since I was about 12, really. So I picked up the guitar. But yeah, it's just kind of something that I do. It's more of a kind of... I just love playing music and writing and stuff.
What got you into it?
I don't know. I started having piano lessons and I wanted to play the guitar. I think I sort of listened to bands like Oasis when I was young and they kind of made me want to be a rock star, basically. And so I decided to pick up a guitar.
OK, all right, we've actually got a little clip of an original song of yours. Let's take a listen.
If I fall, you catch me, won't you know? Your promises become low. 'Cause I fear your words like circling birds. His crushing lips feed the world.
Honestly, that is so good. You should think about releasing an album, you know. And if you need a choir boy, just come to us.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout.
I mean, you got any plans to release some new stuff?
Yeah, I've written quite a lot of songs now. So yeah, I think I'm probably ready to record, but it's just finding the right time and all that stuff. You know, it's just tricky with filming schedules and stuff. Just being away all the time. But we'll see.
But what about using your music within the films or TV shows? You know, you could be like the new Dennis Waterman.
Well, yeah,
I think you've done you and Rheon dirty there.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
you know what
Ewan is far better than, no offence to Dennis Waterman.
A little bit of minder.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks for casting me in this film. Have you got the theme tune?
Yeah. That's can I tell you, that is literally that's classic a dad thing to do. I get to meet someone cool and they go, oh, you could be like Dennis Waterman. But for real, Ewan, using your music within films later on this year, is that something you're looking to do?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've just finished a film where it's a Christmas rom-com where I play a musician. And yeah, so I did get to do a bit of that, and funny enough, I did write the theme tune.
Yeah, told you. Very good. Thank you so much for joining us, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Let's hear it for you and Rheon, everyone.
And the Soul is in cinemas and digital release right now.
Very good. Hey, well done. Good show.
There you go.
Right, Lloyd and Jimmy, or should I say the Choir Boys? That is the team name for today. It's time for our final game in the morning, which is Silent Disco. Ooh. This one gets tense. Yep. Let me explain how it works. Lloyd, you and I both have a set of headphones that will be playing the same song. We'll be going head to head to act out what the song is via the power of mime. OK, Jimmy, you and my dad, you just have to guess what the song is, and whoever guesses correctly wins the point. OK?
Is this for the teapot?
This is for the teapot.
Teapot, mate.
Yes.
We need this.
Yeah, we do.
OK, so, Lloyd, let's get our positions. Get our headphones on.
This seems fair, me doing it against a radio DJ.
Well, this was the thing. Well, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, not a stitch up at all, mate.
Lloyd, I'm glad that you brought this up because, Jimmy, you were actually going to be taking on this game.
Yeah. I've got a sick note. I've got to go to the osteopath, bad back, I'm afraid.
Oh, really?
And Jimmy actually wanted to give you that as well, if you can read that out.
Jimmy can't play because he has a bad back.
Yeah.
Signed Jimmy's mum.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
It's usually laminated, so I don't know what's happened there.
I mean...
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, so
this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
OK, so... Headphones are on. Remember, Dad, you've got to think modern tunes here.
I'm trying, bro.
All right, mate, come on. Really look at it.
I'm terrible at music.
What, like Elvis?
I'm probably worse than your dad.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, we're ready.
Crying over you.
Thriller. War.
Yes! Go on! What? You said raw.
Oh, fine.
Go on, let's have a look. Raw! Okay, Sperry, roll on. Come on, here we go.
Come on.
I love you. Telephone love. Heartbeats.
I just called Say I Love You.
Oh! Let's take a look. I just got to say I love you.
How is this fair? That's what I'm talking about.
How is this fair? Come on.
I'm getting nervous. This teapot.
Yeah.
River dance.
Oh, let's take a look.
Yeah, get it.
Oh.
It is River Dance. Why are we thinking the person with the broken
Well, it means that I have to go to the gym today.
No, it's just...
Hips, hip flex, hopping.
One foot.
What am I doing?
Exercise, jump, sweating.
Jump.
Sweating, sweat.
No.
High.
Oh, my
Leap.
God.
Jump.
My house.
Jump in. Jump back. Jump over.
Oh, my. Is this a joke? I'm not jumping. I'm jumping.
House of Pain.
I'm jumping.
House of Pain. Jumping.
I'm jumping.
Jump around.
Yes! Mate.
What was it?
It was Jump Around, but it was House of Pain, Jump Around.
How's your heart rate?
I don't know House of Pain.
Oh, there's another one. Don't wake me up before you go.
Yes!
I'll tell you what, the publishing in my house is great today. Wake me up before you go. Go.
Yeah.
What?
I can't see. I can see for miles.
Cool.
Eye pocket.
No. What's...
Come on, Eileen.
I feel.
No,
I jeans. I have fabric. Cloth. I cloth. I clothes.
What kind of cloth? What kind of fabric?
Cotton. Cotton eye gel.
Yes! We got in there. We will take a referee's decision.
This is tight.
Good game.
I think so. I think we probably got it.
This is tight.
Let's have a look.
I want the whole tea set.
That is the end of the game. I can reveal the winning team were the Choir Boys.
Come on.
I'm the team.
Let's take a look at what you won.
We've cleaned up, I'm telling you.
Oh, man. That's your lot for today. But if you missed any of the show or you just fancy watching us all over again, you can catch up now on the ITV Hub.
Let's hear it for our guest, Jimmy Doherty.
Lloyd Griffith.
And Ewan Rheon. So great to have you here with us.
And thank you so much for spending your morning with us. See you next week.